Hello everybody! Today we are starting up Death Mark 2, which, despite its name, uh, sorry, so looking at the wording, I'm like, streaming, this is okay, right? Or, yeah, streaming, recording, yeah. But, yeah, despite the name of it, Death Mark 2 is actually the third in the series. I, enjoyed the first one and the second one, so I am looking forward to this one. I know that in some of the past entries, there are good ends and bad ends to the chapters, or more good and bad end, which can affect the overall game ending. So, I'll admit, in the past games, because sometimes the translation would kind of get tripped up on it in some of the weird parts, I am going to play out a chapter blind. But if I fail to get the good end naturally, I'll look it up real quick, reload save, and get the good end. Just so that way I don't gotta play the entire game over again to get the best end, and I mean, sometimes there's really obscure stuff you can kind of miss. But despite that though, I mean, the series is pretty good. I recommend, if you like horror games, check out Deathmark 1 and the second game, which I believe is NG. Hopefully I'm not mistaking that. Yeah, I think pretty certain it's NG. I can't remember what that stands for though. But yeah, the hope for today is to get through chapter 1 and yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Alright, let's go ahead and start up the game. Oh wait, actually, configuration. Cool. Just making sure there wasn't any sort of language options or other weird stuff. Extra content, I think, is just... yeah, alright. Okay, starting it up. Ideally, I get all this stuff out before spooky season ends. Or at the very least, this one before spooky season ends. This is chapter 1, but we'll see.
東京都 H 市にある名門この江原学園
Alright, one talk about this.
奇妙な噂が流れていた死人が死を宣告する発端は数週間前に起こった生徒の失踪だった失踪の前日学園の掲示板に奇妙な手紙が貼られていたというそこにはこうあったリボンへ今夜花子がお前を殺す私は見ている学園に紛れ親愛なる死人しかしそんな手紙は警察の調べでは見つからず生徒の行方も未だに分かっていない以来不穏な噂が広がり始める花子は学校のトイレに出る幽霊に違いない失踪した生徒はきっと花子に殺されている。
I like the music.
死人は学校にいる誰かかもしれない。そんな折、またも死の宣告が学園に届く。死を告げる死人の影。それは学園をさらなる不安に覆っていった。そうして夏も過ぎ去った頃。ある男が学園へとやってきた。果たして死人とは怪異なのか、それとも。
Yeah. Trying to make sure no more spoken dialogue before clarifying something. Okay. So to clarify something real quick, so this game, Deathmark 2, while the third game in the series, is the second game with the main protagonist from the original Deathmark. NG, the second game, was same universe, but different group of characters. So this game kind of returns to that first character. I might occasionally speak on some of the stuff that happened in the first game, but I mean, I think the game might be more spoilerific than I'll be, so if you are afraid of that, Maybe you basically play the first game and then play the second game and then play this game, or watch the stream, but I just wanted to throw it out there first. So, alright. Hey, tell me the rest of the story. We got caught off in the middle, remember? I've been thinking about it during class ever since. The story? You mean about that The Departed thing? Yeah, that one. Is it really here at school? That's what I meant to say. I enjoy this French accordion remix of the Rumor song from the first game. This is nice. Obviously, duh. The Departed turns itself into a human to kill us. Damn, doesn't that mean we're, like, in danger? You know Takai and 2B? They're supposedly missing. But everyone's been saying they got killed by the Departed. Just like the notice on the bulletin board said. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me. Remember the second year who committed suicide? You think the Departed killed him too? Could be. That means the Departed's the cause of all the strange things happening at school lately. That's really crazy. You know, maybe you're their next target. Hey, knock it off. You're creeping me out. If anything, it's probably going to be you first. Because my grades are better than yours. Way to be a friend. The heck? That's not how it works. Right? After that, students' conversation detours onto topics of some popular TV shows. They're chatting merrily, the unpleasant subject they broached earlier cast aside. For them, a spooky story about someone's death is probably just another form of mindless entertainment. They're just rumors, after all. The sound of a bell rings loudly in my ears. It must be coming from the school's clock tower. The students are apparently desensitized to it, as hardly any of them react to its sound. It's almost time for my appointment. Chapter 1. The Departed. I love it. I enter Konoehara Academy through the main gate, and I head to the appointed building on the outskirts of the school grounds. Once inside, I quickly consult the guide map at the entrance. The faculty room seems to be this way. There are some teachers left in the office. I ask one of them to call the headmaster, Konoe.
Yare.
Yara does he? My, so you really came. Welcome to Konoehara Academy. I'm Seizo Konoe, headmaster of this school. Mr. Konoe smiles, decked out in a flashy suit designed to call attention to the implied amount of money it cost its owner. We spoke on the phone once before I came here, but this is our first in-person interaction. Sorry for calling you here on short notice. What's your name again? Age has really done a number on my memory. Let me introduce myself again then. My name is... Choose the protagonist's surname. Okay, they already have it pre-filled out. Yay. In the first game you had amnesia, so it's like, that's why you can choose a name, but like, you know, there's a canon name now, so should be, it's alright. Yashiki. Use Yashiki as your surname? Yes. Choose the protagonist's name. Kazuo. Alright. Is Kazuo as your name? Yes. Is your name Kazuo Yashiki? You can't change this afterwards. Yes.
Yosh.
Yosh. Yosh. My name is Kazuo Yashiki. Ah, yes, that's right. Terribly sorry. I heard about you from one of our teachers, Daimon. He mentioned your name when I discussed The Departed with him. You are apparently quite versed in matters of the occult, Are you an exorcist? An exorcist, perchance? No, not at all. I've just happened to stumble into strange happenings a lot more than the average person. That's it. I'm nothing compared to a professional. Oh, really? But you solved supernatural cases before, have you not? Well, yes, I have. I just got lucky. I'm telling you, I really don't have any special techniques or anything like that. I don't know what to make of you. The headmaster pointedly raises his eyebrows. I don't blame him for feeling doubtful or suspicious. I got tangled up in some bizarre incidents and have found myself in life or death situations several times. Fortunately, I've managed to survive with some resourcefulness. And it's really all there is to it. I'm not some kind of subject matter expert like the headmaster once. But Daimon is a trustworthy man whose opinion I respect. If he vouches for you, then I shall do my best to trust you. Besides, I have no time to find an alternative. Especially considering that we found a new notice this afternoon. He pulls out a piece of paper. I take it from him. This is the departed's notice. There are red fingerprints on it. Could it be blood? Oh, that? I've heard that's mold, not a bloodstain. I'm not familiar with the mold of that hue, however. I open the letter and skim through it. Dear pianist, Hanako will kill you tonight. I'm watching, hiding in the school. Your beloved, the departed. Obtain notice for pianist. That's the second notice we've gotten. I told you about the first one during our call. It's addressed to Ribbon, right? I believe so. Something seems to have happened to it. It's nowhere to be found, now. The previous headmaster got scolded by the cops because it had gone missing. Just as the notice predicted, the student named in it vanished. And do you think it was the departed's doing? No, I don't believe in ghosts and the like. I assume these kids have simply gone missing, but quite a lot of people believe it was the departed's doing. I'm reminded of the conversation I overheard at the front gate. Rumors about the departed seem to be spreading among the students. And that's why I called you. Even our most anxious pupils should be relieved when they see that we have an expert looking into the situation. Once again, I must remind you that I'm not an expert. Well, play the part then. Investigate the school tonight and inform the students that there's no such thing as the departed. That should be enough to assuage the fears of superstitious folks. ... Ellipses, He may claim the departed doesn't exist, but we won't know the truth of the matter until we investigate. I'll go along with him for tonight and see what I can find. The headmaster and I wait until night. Some time has passed since the sun set. The headmaster and I are the only ones left, not a student or teacher in sight. We've waited long enough. Let's look around. School at night's a rare privilege, eh? Enjoy it while you can, Yashiki. We leave the faculty room and begin searching the special building. We visit the infirmary, library, and student council room. But we don't find anything unusual. It's unseasonably cold, no? Autumn is barely upon us. If I'd have known it'd be like this, I would have dressed more warmly. So why is the headmaster patrolling the school, anyway? You could have had one of the younger teachers handle it. Really now, think about it. Do you think I could request that a teacher work overtime to search for ghosts? Nonsense. And since I've only recently been installed as headmaster, I can't exactly cajole anyone into doing the job. I'm left with no choice but to push my old bones and see to it myself. He heaves a big sigh. I guess being the newcomer at school always has drawbacks, even for a headmaster. Anyway, let's go to the new building next. Follow me, Yashiki. Leaving the special building, we walk through the corridor and head to the new building. I thought we were heading to the special building. I guess the new building, which is different than the special building, which is different than, I guess, an old building? Alright. Let's investigate the first floor of the new building. We usually lock the classrooms, but I've requested they remain unlocked just for tonight. Inspect the rooms as you need. I'll leave the expert to do his work. He's really pushing this expert thing. Denying it is getting annoying, and seeing that it's not having any effect, I decided to simply ignore it now. Shall we begin the investigation? Let's start with the first year classrooms. Movement! Use direction buttons or L stick to move around. Oh, the analog stick, okay. Use B to run. Interacting with doors and objects. When you approach doors, stairs, and the end of a path, arrow symbols will appear. Press the directional buttons in the direction of the arrow to move to a new area. Operation Assistance. The event log can also be accessed by pressing plus. Use plus when you can't press ZR or press the wrong button. Okay. Also interesting, the previous games had a first-person perspective, but this is, side-scroller, which is both old-fashioned for some horror games, but then it kind of... Tired Headmaster. But then kind of faded away, but I know it kind of came back with some indie games out there for indie horror. But interesting. Kind of missed the first-person view, but... Alright, let's check out 1C. Okay, nothing here so far. Darkness is spread outside the window. My eyes are slowly acclimating to the darkness, and I start to vaguely distinguish trees standing nearby. Okay. Hallway. Take it there's nothing in between on the outside, right? No. I'm noticing we each have health bars and HP. Not to beat the drum of what the previous games did, but ooh. I see a girl dressed in a school uniform. What's the student still doing here? Strange. Investigation points. You'll encounter glimmering spots when moving. These are investigation points. Press A to inspect. If the investigation point is a person, a conversation will start. Alright. As I was saying, there was basically some very, very minor RPG combat in the previous game, so seeing the health bar up there is not too shocking. But, usually it's reserved for special moments. I'm kind of wondering if there'll be a lot more hazards in this game. Who are you? Ooh, she's got a mark. Hello. Don't worry, I'm not breaking in. Your headmaster is right here behind me. Ah. It looks like she's less tense now. Guess I managed to reassure her. She has a mark on her left cheek. A mysterious mark that looks like a pattern. Is it natural? Can you stop staring at me like that? Oh, sorry about that. Aren't you from the student council? Yes, my name is Himeko Dorio. Dorio? I'll just call her Himeko. School grounds are closed. What are you doing here? Dorio falls silent after the headmaster confronts her. It seems like she's got a reason, but she's hesitant to talk. Let's see what information I can learn from Himeko Dorio. What I'm curious about, I'm wondering if the mark is visible to other people, visible to her and the main character, or only visible to the main character. Alas, that's not a topic, so just chat, discuss topic, and stop talking, so we'll chat. Actually, I'm looking for Izumi. I can't find him anywhere. Who's Izumi? Toshihiko Izumi from the Student Council. Notes made on the subject. Toshihiko Izumi, Acquiring topics. You will discover topics of conversation during the course of an investigation. That way, you'll have more things to ask when conversing with people. Alright. I'm curious if chat will just bring up the same thing. Yep, okay. Although it was a shortened version of it. Okay, good to know. Discuss topic. Discuss topic. Choosing this option will allow you to ask about the topics you have attained. Ooh. We have The Departed, Hanako, or Toshihiko Izumi. Since we just locked Toshihiko, I'm gonna go with Departed, Hanako, and then Izumi at the very bottom. Everyone's talking about it. I've already forgotten which one I chose, but I'm assuming The Departed? The Departed is roaming around the school. They're issuing death notices. Or, the person named in the notice is getting killed by Hanako. Do you believe those rumors? Yes, because someone was actually killed. Ahem. Would you mind correcting what you said, Dorio? No one is dead. They simply ran away from home. Now we'll ask about Hanako. That's the name in the notice, isn't it? They all say Hanako's true identity is Hanako of the Toilet. That name sounds familiar. Is that the name of a female spirit? Hanako the Toilet is the spirit of a girl with bobbed hair and a red skirt. She usually appears in the school restrooms. Well, she is Hanako of the Toilet for a reason. Do you know anything else? I don't know much more than that. I try not to pay too much attention to it, since this kind of stuff really freaks me out. Her body's shaking. She must be terrified. Can't say that comes as a surprise. Let's ask about Izumi. Izumi left the student council room and didn't return even after school closed. So the vice president is searching for him now. We have looked around the new building and the special building, but we can't find him anywhere. Did you mention this to the teacher? No. I thought we'd find him quickly. And now that school's closed, it'd be even harder to tell them. Do you have any clues? Like the last thing he said to you, or anything like that? Dorio steals a glance at me, seemingly hesitant to answer the question. You may not believe it. He looked pale before he left. And then he said, "The Departed is calling me." Come again? Did that not give us any clues? Alright, no. Chat's still the same thing. Discuss topic. What? Really? Wait. Maybe if I ask about The Departed now. No, that's the same as before. Okay. I guess stop talking? Dorio has given up trying to mask her emotions, and she looks straight at us. I don't know who you are, but you better give up. Give up on what? The Departed. If you get curious about The Departed's true identity, you'll become their target. That's what they say. She seems to adamantly believe that The Departed exists. Now I see why the headmaster was worried about trying to calm the students down. He didn't want more of them ending up like this. You should just go home, Dorio. You will look for Izumi. Understood. I'll get going then. At least she's theoretically out of harm's way. Things are getting more complicated, Let's search for Izumi first and save the matter of The Departed for later. Which reminds me, you're not familiar with the school yet. Just ask me if you're unsure where to go. Party chat! Yay! You can speak with your party members by pressing Y. Talking with members of your party may yield new clues. The character, Himiko Dorio, has been added to the character file. Character file. The character file will be updated as you proceed with the investigation. You can check the notes in the character file from the menu screen. Consulting this information will help you out during the course of the investigation. The character file is also accessible in the gallery. On the title screen, choose Gallery. Characters. Okay. Now let's talk to Headmaster. Let's go find Izumi first, Yashiki. Dorio said she already looked around the entirety of the new building. She's a stand-up student. I doubt she thought to search the area where boys would be forbidden to enter. Oh, girls' restroom. Okay. I had to put that slowly together in my head. There's a sturdy, well-made lecture and podium for teachers here. Oh, lectern. I can imagine a teacher standing here and lecturing their students. I wonder if running has like a fatigue meter bar. Okay, doesn't seem to. But I also wonder if maybe it will like result in ghosts chasing or hearing us. The desks are lined up perfectly. Just that sight alone is all you need to get a feeling for the school's prestige. Okay. Go back here. There's a large bulletin board here. This is where the first notice was posted. When I move the papers around, I find a stab wound on the board that looks like it was made with a knife. Looking closely at it, I can see some faint red marks. I wouldn't have called you if there wasn't a notice here. I wouldn't have called you unless there was... I think I read that correctly. I assume... I'm kind of curious about the, at least on the note, the red marks that aren't blood, but I think he said it was like fungus? This is the main entrance of the new building. The school gate is right ahead. Shoe lockers for the students are placed near the entrance. Okay. Notices for students are posted on the bulletin board. Students, please avoid loitering at the school. Head home as soon as classes are over. It's an inevitable measure considering all the strange incidents that have occurred. As nerve-wracking as it is, this is a necessary precaution measure. Necessary precaution measure. Yeah. Okay. Girls' bathroom is probably where to go. So we're going to do that last, as is tradition. The boys' bathroom. I see a pale reflection of my face in the mirror. Are you tired? You look dead inside. The urinal appears to be clean with no visible stains. It's really clean. Can't tell if he's bragging or not. Ooh, I can go inside the stall. This is the janitor's closet. Toilet cleaning equipment is stored inside here. Okay. The way the mops and brushes are all jumbled up inside, it feels like the entire lot is going to fall at any moment. Okay, can't look at the window. Oh, okay. First-person investigation. Some investigations are conducted in first-person perspective. Move the cursor around using directional buttons or L stick and press A to inspect the investigation point. To exit first-person investigation, press B to leave the area. Okay. Can look at the toilet. And that is slowly beginning to look like that will be all we can look at. The toilet bowl is spotless. No dirt at all. I feel uneasy about peering inside toilet bowls, even though I have to. Oh, director. Really does look like that's it here. What about the other stall?
Yoshi.
The toilet bowl is spotless. No dirt at all. Okay, both upstanding, clean toilets. Alright. I wonder if he'll stop me from going upstairs? These stairs lead up, though there's no need to go to either the second or the third floor at the moment. Okay. Good that the tutorial is relatively focusing on what's accessible or not. Music room. Shouldn't be golden path then. Pianist should get killed, so there might be clues here. There are portraits of famous musicians on the wall, some smiling, some frowning. Their eyes won't move no matter how long you stare at them. There's a black grand piano. It's locked. The door won't open. Okay. Well, there's a piano. We know a pianist is getting killed or... Oh. Go back in. The very entrance is sneaky. Looks like I could look at the notice here. Notices regarding school events and the brass band club are posted on the board. It smells kind of moldy. Is it just because the papers have been posted here for a long time? So, to the girls' bathroom we go. This is a female restroom, a place forbidden to men and boys. Considering Dorio's personality, I doubt she'd even consider looking for a boy in here. She may not have search here, but would it not be inappropriate for us to enter this place? I can respond, it's for the investigation. You have a point, or don't worry about it. I mean, it's for the investigation. Someone might have their life actually in danger. Well, you're not wrong. But this is an emergency. We need to investigate here as well. No one will find out if we keep it between us. Ooh. All of a sudden, the lights go out. As if somebody's trying to prevent us from entering this place. No way. Is there something lurking here? Oh goodness. Did it go out again? The headmaster responds nonchalantly. The electricity has been acting up lately. It's not the first time this has happened. I've tried to get it fixed, but it's not easy to book an appointment with a repairman these days. Anyway, you needn't trouble yourself. There's nothing mystical about it. We're not being haunted or whatever you call it in your line of work. Still, though, it's hard to see in the dark. Hold on a second. Or hold on a sec. Come on. Brought a flashlight, right? You've investigated enough of these things. Yep, I open my bag and take out my flashlight. Someone's well prepared, eh? Investigating in the dark is something a spirit hunter like you must be skilled at. Investigating in the dark. Use your trusty flashlight when investigating in the dark. If you illuminate an investigation point in the area, if you discover an investigation point in the area illuminated by the flashlight, you can inspect it with A. Which seems exactly how it is without the flashlight. Oh, I can tilt the flashlight. Okay. Or I can't? I can faintly see a pale reflection of my face in the mirror. Oh, okay. Auto aims the flashlight. Okay, so I can't actually tilt it. That's probably better in the long run. Yeah, faintly see a pale reflection. Okay. To the toilets we go. Figure I'll pass by them. Alright, nothing at the window. This is a cleaning cupboard. Mops and brushes are lined up neatly inside. Alright. One by one for the stalls. Okay, we've got a pen, some writing, and the toilet bowl itself. And I think just normal black shadows. I'll look at the toilet bowl first. The toilet bowl is spotless, no dirt at all. Alright. Check out the pen and the writing. A red marker is lying on the floor. Have you noticed the writing on the wall? Bet that is what they used to write it. Can't believe they left evidence after scribbling on the wall. They're going to damage the school's reputation. Mr. Konoe, mind if I keep this marker? You want to keep it? Yeah, it may be related to our investigation. This is nothing but a rule of thumb, but usually when items are found at a spirit's hideout, they're tied to that spirit. Even a seemingly ordinary marker like this can be a clue. Fine, do what you want. Investigating spirits sure is troublesome work, eh? Even you even have to pick up things like this. Obtain red marker. I'll check out the writing. Upon close inspection, I notice that there are traces of something scribbled on the wall. I should be able to make out some of it. Disgusting. Annoying. Just die already. Well, I can't read the name. Someone's obviously being badmouthed pretty harshly. Ooh. Turned out. Ooh. Just then, the toilet suddenly flushes. Say, has the toilet here been acting weird too? No, I've not heard any such reports. You probably just accidentally touched the lever. While the water was flowing, I heard a voice. The voice of a girl saying, "Give it back." And it felt like I had energy drained from my body. I don't think I just imagined that. Did the spirit just contact me? Spirit and damage. Various mishaps may harm characters mentally and physically during investigations or battle. Yashiki and his party members can take spirit damage during these times. If you run out of spirit, the investigation will come to an end, or worse, you'll die. Keep an eye on how much spirit you have and make sure not to let it reach 0. Okay. So I wonder had I not picked up that marker first, but looked at this, if I'd have taken damage or not. But conversely, had I looked at this first, the marker might have disappeared and I wouldn't have put it in my inventory. Okay. Don't you think we've investigated enough here? I feel really uncomfortable. Let's leave. Come on, we gotta have 2 more toilets to look at.
No, Jimmy.
Okay, he still thinks we should go, but I'm gonna check out the other cells. Clean toilet, nothing suspicious there. I
Yoshi.
guess we can take a look. Yep, it's spotless. Now this one seemed weirdly too dark. But, okay, nothing actually here.
ここ
Just a spotless toilet. Now that we've checked all the toilet bowls, did you manage to gain any useful info? Any useful info, Yashiki? I've learned your janitors definitely deserve their pay. The sound of a piano reverberates through the building. I didn't hear anything. Must be your imagination. Mr. Konoe. I'm just joking. The piano's in the music room. I wonder if running might be good for... Like, I wonder if some stuff might be timed. But probably not during the tutorial, I would imagine. I enter the music room and scan the place. However, no one is here. See? Nobody's here! You really are just imagining things. There's no possible way you heard the piano. We've finally reached a logical conclusion. Ha ha! His triumphant voice echoes off the walls of the empty room. Is there really no one here? Better check the place to be sure. Well, let's first take a look at the piano. It's a black grand piano. Did this thing really make a sound just now? Let's take a closer look. Detailed investigation. When inspecting an investigation point, you may be able to conduct a detailed investigation. Doing so will allow you to inspect it more thoroughly and use items. There are times when you can even use special actions. Okay. Inspect. A vintage piano, fitting for a school with such a long history. Its elegant appearance with the muted polish really makes it the centerpiece of this room. The lid is open. I should be able to play the piano then. The only item I have is the red marker, right? Red marker, oil-based, permanent ink marker that was lying beside the graffiti inside the toilet stall. Details, none. Found in new building 1F, female restroom. Weight, 63 grams. Oh yeah, we have the notice. A notice from the departed that arrived at school. There are red spots resembling handprints on it that are apparently mold. Details, confirmation request, or rec, given by Seizo Konoe. Weight 1 gram. Alright. Okay, details on that. Yep. Dear pianist, Hanako will kill you tonight. I'm watching you, hiding in the school. Alright. Okay, I can't look at details on the marker. Alright. I guess, flick the piano. I reach my fingers toward the piano keys. Oh, I don't have the lid slammed down on my fingers. Don't startle me like that, Yashiki. I thought my heart was going to stop. Ha! My word. Sorry about that. It isn't just the headmaster. I'm feeling ill after playing the piano as well. Suddenly, a portrait falls at the other end of the room. It's too much to be a coincidence. It may be a spiritual phenomenon. I should investigate further. I'm curious, since that seemed to be related to proceeding with the investigation, but... So I wonder if there are times where I just have to take damage no matter what. I also feel that. Can I save right now? Just curious is all. Oh, can I really not save? I swear, they kill my people.
Mm-hmm.
The portrait hanging on the wall has fallen. It was right after I played the piano. What unusual timing. If it's not a coincidence, what's going on here? Also, I just realized something. There is a sound I am hearing that I thought was the game, but I think... Oh wow, it is raining heavily out there. Talk about a dark and stormy night. Ooh, notice on the ground. There's a poster on the floor. It must have come unglued from the nearby bulletin board. Curious, I pick it up. Attention, brass band club members. Notice of change of lead. We'd like to inform you that the pianist for the recital of our school song at the upcoming ceremony has been changed. Previous, Hanako Akai, 2B. New, Toshihiko Izumi, 2C. I mean, Hanako Akai... Red Hanako. That's pretty suspicious. Obtained poster from the music room. This isn't good. If the departed's notice is real, then Uzumi may be the target. Slow down, Yashiki. You have some rationale for that claim, correct? What are you basing that assertion upon? Izumi is in the brass band club. Izumi is a sophomore. Izumi is a pianist. I mean, my answer would be the notice. I'd be like, check this out. He's the new pianist. Rather than just a pianist, because that seems pretty broad. Brass band club is, too wide reaching. Though, like I mentioned before, so I enjoyed the previous games, but I know some of the localization, and this is not a mark on the localizers whatsoever. I've experienced with having to deal with this stuff before, where, like, some of it can kind of be wonky, and I get that from a larger, like, it is sometimes it's very difficult to translate things from Japanese to English, so I'm going to go with both the logical one of he's a pianist, but also I think it might be just a case where the A pianist versus the pianist might just have been something lost in translation. So let's find out. Izumi is a pianist. It's written in the notice, they'll kill the pianist. And Izumi is a pianist. That's just a coincidence. The Departed doesn't exist. Izumi, a pianist, has been worried about the Departed, and now he's disappeared the same day that the notice arrived. Do you really think this is all a coincidence? Or all coincidence? The headmaster abruptly starts coughing. His face is drenched in sweat. He's so pale, he looks like he could collapse at any moment. Are you alright? Far from it. I can barely breathe, and my heart is racing. Forget brandy. I just want to drink some water and calm down. Sorry, but can you let me rest in the infirmary for a spell? The infirmary is in the special building. Guess we better go there. Item details. You can check the description of an item by selecting item from the main menu. From the menu screen, that is. Try to read the description of any item that has the words detail on it. Okay. A quartz tie-pin. When did I pick that up? Alright. The poster from the music room. A notice informing people of the change of school song performer. Yeah, same details I just read off not too long ago. Ah, favorite bag. Yashiki's favorite item. A large branded leather shoulder bag made in Europe. Can hold a plethora of items. Plus 1% to execution rate in suspensive acts. Gift from sister. Wait, 870 grams. And the quartz tie pin. Konoe's favorite item, a tie pin made of pure silver with a clear crystal attached on the base. The quartz is rumored to have protective powers. Effect plus 2 spiritual power, purchase from second-hand dealer acquaintance. 9 grams. Interesting that these suddenly showed up in my bag. They seem to be, like, equipment. Like in a more traditional, like JRPG. Oh yeah, that's right there. Equipment. Favorite bag, quartz pin. Alright. They each got their stats. Which I remember being like a minor thing in the previous games. Maybe? Oh boy, it's been a few years since I played them. I mean, it's been longer since I played Deathmark 1, but I wonder, with it being a bit more JRPG feeling, if those actually be more important now than ever. So, Spirit File! Alright, Rumor of the Departed. The arrival of death notice sent by a mysterious entity, the Departed, at Konoehara Academy in a commotion. The notice denotes a murderer and their target. Since the murderer's name is Hanako, it leads students to believe it's the spirit in the urban legend, Hanako of the Toilet. After the notices arrived, some students actually went missing, but police could not intervene due to lack of any obvious crime. However, as rumors took a toll on the students, I was hired to conduct the investigation. I have to determine if this is the work of spirits or merely a prank. Okay. Character file.
本名は九条正宗だが、ほとんどの者はもう一つの名で俺を呼ぶ。
Okay. I wasn't certain if he was going to read out the entire thing there or not, but nope. Alright. Protagonist, a man who came to Konoeha Academy after receiving a request to investigate the departed. He's actually Masamune Kujo, head of the famous Kujo family, but now goes by an alias. After a bizarre case a few months ago, he was dubbed by an occult magazine the Spirit Doctor. Note, this entry is incomplete.
私は近衛製造。当校の学園長をやっとるよ。
Says Konoe, the aged headmaster of Konoehara Academy. Soon after his appointment, rumors about the departed ran wild, forcing him to take action. He asked the protagonist to investigate. He's witty, well-educated, well-connected, and quite well off. Nope, the entry is incomplete.
事件解決のために協力します。お役に立てるかは分かりませんが。
Himiko Dorio, a quiet girl with a large mark on her face, a second year at Konoehara, and the student council president. She has a quiet demeanor and isn't much for talking. She's also terrified of ghost stories. She balances her studies, work, and exercise well. The entry is incomplete. Okay. Alright. I still wish that there was something about saving, but okay. Guess there is not. Still can't go upstairs, right? Yeah. Alright, back to the far left. Although I suspect something will happen mid-walking. Also, wait, was I able to look at this before? This notice board.
これは
Oh, yeah, about them. Yeah. Avoid loitering, head home, yeah. On one hand, I don't like how much damage I've taken, but it's also the tutorial. I don't think the game's gonna push too hard, too quickly. And special building. Wonder if we'll get the side-scrolling view here, or more cinematic. Alright, cinematic-ish. We leave the new building and go back to the special building. Once there, we head to the infirmary. The infirmary looks the same as one you'd find at any school. It's a great place to get a drink of water and lie down for a break. Let's talk to the headmaster in a bit. I want to record my progress first. Oh, thank goodness. Infirmary! Your spirit will automatically recover when you go back to the infirmary. Oh, that's also really good. Although I suspect later on in the game it's probably going to find ways to lock me out every now and then. You can obtain a lot of information by conversing with others. Don't forget to save the game using save when you're ready to stop playing. Okay, save. Yeah. There we are. Nice to have something there. And talk. Finally, break time. Sorry for troubling you. What do you want to ask? Let's ask Mr. Conaway for some information. Chat. Oh my, I'm absolutely shattered right now. Who would have thought I'd need to deal with this sort of thing so soon after I was appointed? When did you get here? Just a few days ago. I was supposed to be installed here next year, but it happened early on account of the previous headmaster's collapse. I wonder if we can talk about the collapse. Alright. Same topics as the girl, Departed, Hanako, and Izumi. For, this is the Departed. I've told you all I know. I want to put an end to this whole The Departed situation as soon as possible. Many students overreact to spiritual nonsense, rumors of the supernatural with no basis in reality. You talking about Torio? She's one of them. Better than others, though. Some even skip class because they believe they may be targeted. I want to clear this rubbish from their minds so they can focus on their schoolwork. Okay, let's ask about Hanako. That's the spirit referred to in the notice, right? I don't believe such a being exists in my school. Assuming the rumors are true, Hanako must refer to the tale of Hanako of the toilet. And if you believe what that notice said, or what the notice said, I have a feeling this Hanako is being used by the Departed to attack the students. This whole thing is getting beyond absurd. A spirit is making another spirit attack people? Are we in a fantasy world or something? Haha! And ask about Izumi. I wonder where Izumi is. Based on Dorio's statement, I doubt he's in the special building or the new building. Is there anywhere else? Let's see. The old building, I suppose. That place is basically abandoned, though. Nobody would have a reason to sneak in there at night. Is it locked? At night, yes. During the day, it's open because it's been repurposed as a storeroom. Though, if it were my choice to make, I'd rather keep it locked during daytime as well. Given recent events. Oops. He pauses, looking like he's accidentally let something slip. What happened in the old building? No comment. It doesn't have anything to do with this. Can you please just pay that no mind? It's a sensitive topic. Aw, come on, we should press for info. I assume chat still the same? Yep. He's shattered. Alright, stop talking. Let's get going. I'm worried about Izumi. Where should we explore next, Yashiki? You're not going to say the old building, are you? That's exactly what I was going to say, actually. Where else would you suggest? Oh, come on. It's locked. There's no way Izumi's in there. There's no point in going there. I don't intend to snoop, but I need to be sure he's not in there. You're one stubborn fellow. Fine. This amateur shall yield to the opinion of the expert. Where do we go from here? The door in front of the music room leads to the corridor. Just go straight from there and you'll reach the old building. Such a stubborn old man. I don't know, kind of say spamming it, but meh. Alright. Ooh, I can check out the conversation log. Good, good. Okay, so I also wonder if the special building is synonymous with the infirmary. By the way, Yashki, do you have any weapons? Weapons? If we're dealing with spirits here, you must have some kind of talisman or holy water, right? Exorcists do usually carry those sorts of things. But I'm not an exorcist, so I don't have them. What an unreliable man. Heh, fine, I'll give you this. The headmaster pulls out a small knife from a leather sheath. It's an antique silver knife, with peonies decorating the grip. It looks like a valuable antique, though the blade is thin and doesn't seem like it'd be that useful in a fight. My grandfather founded this school, and this knife is part of his collection. I heard it's supposed to be a talisman. Who knows? Maybe it'll work against spirits. You're pretty well prepared for someone who doesn't believe in the supernatural. That's just my personality. I don't believe, but there's no harm in being prepared just in case. Please, take it with you. Obtain Konoe's knife. Treat it with care, alright? It's a memento I received from my grandfather. So this is once again information from the previous games, but... So in the previous games, one of the things that would often separate out the good end from the bad end for a chapter is how you kind of dispose of the ghost. Bad ends are basically brute forcing it of just like banishing, exorcising the ghost. But the good ends basically were trying to like either play to its weaknesses / put it to rest in a way that would help. So I wonder if that knife is kind of the take this to brute force it and just fuck that ghost up. But I'm going to assume that we are not going to wreck the ghost day. I'm hoping that the pen will help put everything to rest. And I'm calling it now, between that red marker, that notice with Hanako's name on it, being replaced by Izumi for the pianist, and the whole headmaster being really suspicious about the incident in the old building and all that jazz. Hanako is probably bullied to the point of suicide, potentially, and now is a ghost. That said, when I was saying that, I'm like, wait a minute. And that means that that pen would actually probably anger her more, given that it was bullying remarks written on the wall. But the ghost did ask to get it back. So I can't tell if she would like that pen or if it would just really make her angry. I'm just checking to make sure this isn't updated. Nope, darkness is spread outside the window. Nothing new there. We'll just do a quick sweep of the other rooms to make sure Kimiko didn't come swinging by again. Nope. She's staying out of harm's way, which is good. I wish we could have asked her about that mark on her face, though. I'm very curious if she can actually perceive it or not. And that particular bit is not really related to the previous game stuff. It's just more of a general detective suspense story style thing that makes me wonder about. Oh, okay. So wait, if this is a connecting corridor, I thought the old building would be the door on this side. Is this actually still locked? Okay. I totally misinterpreted, where we were going. Okay. Connecting corridor. This should be the corridor that connects the two buildings. The surrounding area is shrouded in darkness. I can't see clearly. There are no lights in either this corridor nor the old building due to the electrical issue. I procrastinated on getting it fixed because it wasn't causing any harm, but I regret that now. He shrugs. This investigation will rely heavily upon your flashlight. Okay, I half expected them to pull out a tutorial of, like, battery power. Which I'm glad they didn't. Though I feel like I might be tempting fate by saying that. From the corridor, there's a path that leads outside. The back path leads to the sports field and clock tower, and the front path connects to the courtyard. Okay. Someone is standing at the end of the corridor. Male student. Ugh. Fuck. Shit. My head is killing me. Standing there is a male student. He holds his head in pain while spitting curses. Are you Izumi? Huh? He responds and turns to us. Then, he nods. Are you alright? Shall we take you to the infirmary? Just leave me alone. Ugh. He groans painfully before sinking into silence. Looks like he finds it hard to even speak. But I can't leave him here alone. What should I do? Should I press him for details, tell him about Dorio, or ask him about the departed? I feel asking him about the departed was potentially going to set him off. Pressing him for details, he doesn't seem too talkative right now. So I think Dorio might be the best hook for having him open up. The student council president, Dorio, is looking for you. She's really worried. Oh, alright. Well, maybe now he'll open up if I press him for details? What happened? What are you doing in school this time of night? More silence? Alright, I guess we're going to ask him about the departed then. Apparently, you told Dorio that the departed is calling you. Did you just say the departed? Yeah, I know about them. He lets out a disturbing laugh, his squeaky voice not sounding remotely normal. You see, the departed is hiding out in our school to find the One. They've disguised themselves as a human, and you can't even tell they're not human. Enough with the jokes. They're nothing but ridiculous rumors. It's true. You know why I think so? Because I know who the departed is. What? Who the hell is it? But it's too late now. I messed up. The departed hates me. I keep hearing a voice saying, "Die, die, die, die," in my head. Get a grip, Izumi. Why do I have to suffer like this? Shit! Fuck! Izumi is deeply perturbed. Our voices aren't getting through to him. Please, calm down. We need your cooperation so we can help you. Shut up! Shut up! Shut the hell up! I've got no fucking time left. I don't want to die. I'm gonna go to the music room and kill that Hanako bitch myself. That seems like the worst idea you can do, Izumi. Izumi turns and runs back towards the old building. Izumi! Okay. I'm already crafting theories to the overarching thing in the game. I think I have an idea what the departed might be. Which is definitely related to the previous games, but I won't say anything. We'll see how it plays out. By the music room. Does he mean the music room in the old building? Hold on. There's a music room there? Mm-hmm. It's not used anymore, though. I glance down at the general area where Izumi was standing, and something catches my eye. It looks like a knuckle duster. Okay. Isn't that illegal in Japan? I thought knuckle dusters were illegal in Japan. But I can't remember. I didn't see this in his hand earlier, though. Did it fall out of his pocket? Maybe he brought it for self-defense, since he's frightened by the departed. Why don't you keep it, Yashiki? Sure, just in case. Okay, so I have a knuckle duster and a knife now. I mean, if Hanuko's actually dead, I don't know how... Like, the knife is a ceremonial object. I don't know how the knuckle duster is, like, punch a spirit. Although, I'm going to look at my equipment and see... Knuckle duster. A fist weapon that Izumi dropped when he was agitated. Also known as brass knuckles. Details, none. Found in connecting corridor, 1F. Weight, 105 grams. Alright. Okay, it doesn't look like I can either equip these things. Either. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so it looks like I can't take Konoe's equipment and give it to Yashiki or vice versa. Which makes sense, I guess. Okay, to the old building we go. The door to the old building is unlocked. Why is this door open? It should have been locked in the evening. Who cares about that right now? Let's go inside. While the structure is quite similar to the new building, it gives off an entirely different vibe. The wall is ridden with mold and dust. Cobwebs are strung up here and there. Forget about clean. This place isn't even ventilated. Ugh. God, this place is so muggy. Let's leave the door open. After you, Yashiki. I extend my hand toward the door. That's weird. Why wouldn't it open? It can't be. The door won't budge no matter how many times I try to open it. What in the world is happening? Are we trapped in here? What happened, Yashiki? I'm not sure. But I can just kick the door down if push comes to shove. Finding Izumi is our priority for now. You have a point. The locations of the rooms are the same in both the new and old buildings. That means that music room is right beside us. Logic states go to music room in terms of playing the character, but like, what if there are secrets that might be key to busting the ghost? Well, I'm figuring it might be locked or something, so we can go to the music room for now, or at least try to. The old building's music room is just ahead. I hear a voice coming from inside when I walk toward the door. Stay away from me. Stop right there. Somebody help! Help! Hey, Yashiki. Let's go. Damn. My hand! Is he being attacked by gas hoses? Immediately upon opening the door, we're greeted by a grisly sight. Filthy water shooting from a rubber hose has severed Izumi's left hand. The rubber hose is undulating in the air, as if gravity holds no power over it. The filthy water issuing forth from the hose is lashing out with menace, like a whip cracking through the air. There's no way a normal hose could contain a jet of water strong enough to dismember someone. It just doesn't make any sense. Yet, that's precisely what my eyes are telling me is happening. I don't have time to debate the plausibility of the scene. Just gotta accept it. Just accept that this impossible phenomenon is real and caused by a haunting. Both the water and the hose begin to coil up, growing taut with tension. Are they ready to hit him again? What are you doing, Izumi? Run! Question mark, exclamation mark! Izumi turns around when I yell at him. The water's next strike narrowly misses him. A frantic Izumi rushes past me, out of the music room. The hose disappears into the darkness, as if it is pursuing him. Oh, what? What the hell was that? I don't know myself. Let's just save that for later. Now we have... Dude's missing a hand. He needs treatment. Hmm? Why do I hear the sound of dripping water? Why is there water in the music room? That... Really, Yashiki? You just thought hoses shooting water. The hoses are wrapped around the headmaster's neck, as if they're trying to lift him up. This cannot be. Descending from the dark ceiling, hoses have snagged the headmaster by his neck. They're coiled like snakes with murderous intent. If this keeps up, his life's in jeopardy. I need to get rid of those hoses immediately. Suspensive act. Suspensive acts. A suspensive act will occur when encountering a special situation. By making the appropriate decision, you can drastically alter the outcome of a situation. Think of it as a moment of truth. Act 1. Alright, I'm thinking a knife. There must be a tool I can use inside my bag. What can I do about the hoses constricting the headmaster's neck? We need to do something real quick. But should I do it, or... choosing a character? During a suspensive act, you must first choose who is going to perform the action. Think carefully before making your decision. Well, I mean, I would think Yashiki. Because Konoe gave me the knife.
Yosh.
Alright, what do we do next? I can use an item in this situation, like... choosing an item. Choose the most appropriate item from among the list of things Yashiki comes up with. I mean, the knife, not the duster. What do I do with this item, then? I've got to choose the most appropriate action in order to have the outcome I want. Choosing an action. Choose the action choose the most appropriate action from the list of things Yashiki comes up with. Your character needs to have enough spirit to execute the action. Each action has a different execution rate. This will be explained in detail later. Okay. First, choose the action you want to do. There's pry the gap between the hoses with a success rate of 78%, the cost of 2 spirit, versus cut the hose, which basically has a success rate of 84% and a cost of 3. I'm actually surprised that pry the gap between the hoses has such a relatively high success rate. But even though it costs more, I'm gonna go with cut the hose. And I'm hoping like water won't shoot out of it and then like sever his limbs off. Deciding movement. Is this okay? Yes. Alright, here I go. I doubt anyone would be able to keep their cool in this situation. Panicking, feeling pressure, those kinds of things can increase the chance of failure. Ooh. Execution rate and failure. During suspensive acts, not every action is doable. Each action has an execution rate that is based on the person performing the action. Your execution rate must be high enough for you to successfully perform the action. Now, let us try executing this action. Using the knife, I try to cut the hoses lifting the headmaster. 94%. Success! Boy, I wonder how much save scumming I'll need to do to get through this game if there's gonna be some RNG involved. I mean, it should be okay. Hopefully. We'll see how it goes. I mean, no matter what, I'm gonna beat the game. I'm just thinking some of the headaches I'm probably gonna come across. People dying because it's like 95% chance of success, and then it's like, oh, you failed. It's like, oh, cool, they're dead now. I cut the hose bit by bit. I think I can do it. The hose gradually rips apart. It finally breaks apart with a loud crack. I hurriedly sever the other hoses. The moment I finish cutting the last hose, my knife snaps. Oh! I didn't see that coming. Lost Konoe's knife. Pant. Somehow, I've survived. The headmaster has been freed from the hose's binding. Looks like this is the right choice. But I'm glad the game just tells me. Correct and incorrect actions. The action you executed just now was correct. During a suspensive act, you need to successfully execute the correct action. In situations where you succeed at performing an action but still fail to get your desired result, you should pick another option. You can also fail when you choose the wrong character. Try to choose the right person and the right action. Survived! Summary. We've successfully broken the tension of this suspensive act. In summary, you want to look for two main things when trying to get your desired outcome in a suspensive act. First, choose an action with a high execution rate. Second, choose the correct action. There are also times when a suspensive act will be a multi-part event. Can't believe I nearly hanged myself when we're not even in financial trouble. Hey, that'll bring bad luck. I'm glad you weren't injured. Haha, my luck has always been good. Let's chase after Izumi now. Oh. Yashiki, look at the floor. There's a trail of blood. Given the amount, this has to be Izumi's blood. The trail leads to the entrance of the old building, where there's a big puddle of blood. The door looks like it's been painted red, with blood smeared all over the handle and windows. Izumi tried to run outside, except the door was locked. Is it still locked now? Putting some strength into the door, I attempt to push it open. Unlike the previous time, the door opens without any resistance at all. There are no traces of blood to be seen outside. Izumi is still in the building. Judging by the amount of blood, Izumi is probably... One question though, Yashiki. Where is he? No idea, but we should find him if we follow the trail. I turn my eyes down the corridor. Fresh, glistening blood extends deep into the darkness. I'm half tempted to retreat to the infirmary and save, but... that seems somewhat, like... I don't know. I shouldn't. I should follow the blood. There are stairs leading up. We need to focus our attention on the first floor now. It goes to the girls' bathroom. I feel like we need... Oh! We can't even go in here. The male restroom is just up ahead. The trail of blood doesn't lead there. We have to follow the blood. Oh, okay. Wow, we are... Hold on, I'm curious now. Even if I try to leave, would it even let me? I am a bit surprised by that. Okay, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's basically see if we can't go safe. I know. It's somewhat cowardly. But that's what a run button is for. The headmaster is just grunting, panting. Poor old man. Alright, save. I'll do 3 and then cycle it from there. Good talk. How about that blood, right? Perhaps Izumi's no longer alive. Though we cannot simply assume everything. Let's inspect the old building. Okay. Let's run back and confirm Izumi's death. I laugh, man, because it's just like we had a chance maybe to save him if, like, you know, if we treated his arm in time. But it's like, nope, we had to run all the way back to the special building to save. Sorry, Izumi. It was part of the science experiment, seeing how much your blood was binding us onto a path. Alright, time to follow the blood to the bathroom. In we go. Okay, blood on the mirror.
これは
The word annoying is written in red on the mirror. Who are they referring to? This doesn't look like blood. I'd assume it would be the marker. Well, the blood points towards one of the stalls. It leads to this toilet stall. Are you there, Izumi? There's no response. I think he's already... It's not locked. Should I? The headmaster doesn't reply. Instead, he nods warily, a dazed look on his face. Gripping the handle, I slowly push the door open. Oh. Not even a body. The blood leads inside the stall. Yet there's no sign of Izumi. How can this be? This is absurd! The headmaster's plaintive query goes unanswered. I totally understand his feelings. However, no amount of whining will make the situation make sense. Let's examine this restroom. Blood's the most obvious thing. I find a fresh blood stain. It's probably Izumi's, since he was just attacked by hoses. If he's lost that amount of blood, I doubt he's alive. He's still alive. I mean, honestly, guys, I would kind of look upwards, that classic horror movie trope, to make sure his body's not like glued to the ceiling. The toilet bowl is dirty. It's obvious that it hasn't been cleaned for quite a while. This place is so dirty, it obviously hasn't been used in a long time. That appears to be everything in this stall. This area is used to store tools for cleaning the toilets. I opened the cupboard. Cupboard, but it's empty. Cupboard. Yeah, there. I haven't found anything I can use as a weapon. I'm a bit worried about that since my knife broke. Me too, Headmaster. Me too. Well, I'm gonna do it in the same order as last time. I know it hurt me, but Tutorial. Even if it does hurt me, I should be able to take it.
よし。
I find a pale pink I always say handkerchief, even though it's like, handkerchief? Handkerchief? There. On the ground. It's an elegant, expensive-looking item. The initials NH are embroidered on the edge. I mean, even if that H is Hanako, her name was Hanako Akai in the notice, but this is NH, so... N wouldn't be her other name. There's some ink on the cloth. A faint, irritating odor is coming from it. It smells like acidic detergent. I'm guessing it's toilet cleaner? Did they try to erase the writing over there? Obtain dirty handkerchief.
ここ。
There's a scribble on the wall. You suck a piano. Stop showing off. Don't play the school song. There's a name written on it, but it's so faint it's unreadable. This is obviously slander, just like the stuff we found in the new building. I wonder who they're bullying. Speaking of piano, Izumi is a pianist. Does this have anything to do with him? No, it has to do with Hanako, because he replaced Hanako as a pianist. So my guess is that the marker... I don't know, the fact that the ghost said give it back, but she might have been referring to the handkerchief we just got, because that seems like maybe the ghost was being bullied.
ここ。
The toilet bowl is dirty. It's obvious it hasn't been cleaned for quite a while. Alright, so that's the same. And the last stall. Huh, nothing in this one. And I guess for completion's sake we can look at the toilet, but we've avoided any bad events so far. Toilet bowl is dirty. It's obvious it hasn't been cleaned for quite a while. Alright. Same as the other toilet. All of a sudden, a shrill scream pierces the night. What was that? It came from the hallway. Himiko, did you come back? What was that sound? I hear something creaking from the hallway near the classrooms. A female voice. A hollow moan, so faint it could disappear at any moment. The moan is coming from down the hallway. It sounds like hoses. Okay, so all the investigation points are just gonna say the moan's coming from down the hallway. I'm just kind of wondering if, like, 3D sound? Oh. Ugh. I don't think that's Himiko. Oh! It was that girl, Himiko Dorio. Dorio. The sight before me was beyond comprehension, an otherworldly scene. A girl drenched in sewage water is suspended by a bunch of rubber hoses. Filthy water and rubber hoses, just like the assault on Izumi. Countless hoses sway in the air. They look like venomous snakes arching their necks into sickles, intimidating their prey. Pain groans emerge from her lips. Which I guess I should also mention, so in Deathmark and NG, and this is something you see in a lot of horror games, where horror has this weird thing sometimes of living next door to eroticism in very inappropriate ways, and it's just like, hose tentacle scene, it begins again. But hey, could be worse. I think this is still okay to show. Damn, I have to hurry and save her. I extend my hand toward the hoses, trying to grab her. Oh, no suspensive act. And at that moment, The hoses just disappear. She drops down onto the floor limply. But it's not just the hoses that have vanished. The yellow water that drenched her body and stained her blouse is completely gone too. No traces remain, as if the entire scene we just witnessed was nothing but an illusion. Hey, are you alright? Dorio doesn't respond. She's fainted. What on earth just happened? No time to question anything. Let's get her to the infirmary. I carry Dorio on my back and pick up her blazer from the floor. We hurry to the infirmary. Once there, we lay her down on the bed. Though she's unconscious, her breathing is steady. She should be fine now. Let's continue our investigation. We haven't found Izumi yet. Mr. Konoe? Huh! Apologies. My mind is a bit fuzzy after all those bizarre happenings one after another. You can just wait here if it's too much for you. No, I cannot. I must protect this school or else I'm going to bring shame upon my grandfather. He smiles weakly. It's obvious that he's forcing it. He's propped up his resolve with a sense of responsibility to his grandfather, the founder of this school. Fine. Alright. Let's head to the old building. Alright. Save again. Ooh, final stage. Okay. Oh, that was already part of that as well? Alright. Let's say chapter 1 or day 1? Okay, chapter 1. Yes, and I did save. Okay. Wait, did I? Gonna save again, because I am paranoid. Talk. Dorio is lying on the bed, still unconscious. I know you're worried about her, but Izumi is our priority now. Let's head back to the old building, Yashiki. Alright. Take it we probably won't find any more clues in this building. Which I think is the new building? Not the special building. Special building is the infirmary, I believe. Run. Gonna peek into the girl's bathroom real quick. Yeah, that writing is still there. Actually, wait. I should probably look at it, make sure it hasn't changed. Ghostly, magically. Yes, I scroll on the tiled wall. Yeah, disgusting, annoying, just die already. Okay. Yeah, I'm still curious how it can be... I mean, I guess someone could have stole her pen. Hanako, that is. Written all the slander, and then, like, left it there, and then, you know, Hanako had to pick it up afterwards. I'm just trying to think if, like, showing her the pen's gonna relieve her or piss her off as a ghost. Being like, hey, remember this and this, you know. Check out this thing that badmouthed you. Calm down. This is like, not a good idea. Not a good idea. Say, Yashiki. Should we check the female restroom again? We've pretty much looked through every corner. But we still haven't found Izumi. You saw that trail of blood, right? He must be in there. The headmaster yells hysterically. He's clearly tense and overwhelmed. He's nearly reached his limit, both mentally and physically. Okay, we'll give the restroom another look. It's not like we have any other leads, anyway. Search for Izumi has been added to the spirit file. Search for Izumi. We pursued a student, Izumi, who'd gone missing. I saw his name on a poster in the music room. He was badly hurt when we found him in the old building's music room, but he went missing again after. We followed a trail of his blood. It ended in the girls' restroom, where we found red graffiti and a handkerchief. Someone apparently scared him, and he seemed to be running from them. My gut told me it had to do with what was written on the notice. What actually happened in that restroom? We might be able to learn what caused Hanako the toilet to attack Izumi. We need to inspect that blood-stained door again. Okay. This time around, I'm gonna see if I can't check all their stuff first. There are stairs leading up, but we need to focus our attention on the first floor for now. Okay. The male restroom is just up ahead. The trail of blood doesn't lead there. Okay. Can I walk past this yet? Okay, nope. Inspect the female restroom once more. Alright. So if we've gotten a clue for the ghost, this is probably a reckoning soon. It sounds like running water. Where in the world is that coming from? And I guess we checked the stall that he was in. Inside the stall, a male student is on the toilet seat. A bundle of things are sprouting from his eyes. Slender rubber hoses. They're spewing filthy water in every direction. Guess that explains the sound of running water. Between all the blood, the fallen eyeballs, and the hoses, I'd be unable to tell what this poor kid looked like when he was alive. Though there's one pretty obvious clue as to his identity. His left hand's missing. This must be Toshihiko Izumi. His wide-open mouth gives an idea of just how much pain he'd endured. He probably had his eyes pushed out from inside by the hoses while he was still alive. Looking at the pool of blood surrounding his body from his severed wrist, though, his suffering and terror probably didn't last too long. That's about the only bit of luck he'd had tonight. What's wrong, Yashiki? Peek your head inside the stall, Mr. Headmaster. What in the world is in there? The headmaster screams and bolts out of the restroom. Guess that's finally what pushed him past the edge of sanity. I honestly can't blame him. I'm too shocked to think straight myself. Better get out of this restroom first, return to the infirmary, and come up with a plan. I walk towards the exit, legs trembling. Huh? I can't lift my legs. Something is tangled around my ankle. A long, thin, elastic blue something. It's the rubber hose. Not gonna let you run away. Oh. I look into the mirror and see something swaying. What is that? A person? It's a girl in a wet shirt and a red suspender skirt, her limbs blackened. She looks dead, swaying from side to side. This is Hanako of the toilet. Hoses crawl up around my waist to my chest, all the way around my neck. I can't move my limbs. Even my mouth is bound. I'll be killed at this rate. Shit. As if I just let that happen. My arm's the only thing I can move. I can somewhat move at the moment. Suspensive act. Oh, we lost a knife, sadly. The graffiti, so cruel. Kill the one who wrote it. The words spewing out of her mouth are filled with rage. Looks like she thinks I was the one who wrote that thing on the mirror. The hoses are constricting me tighter. If I don't do something, I'll die here. There must be something in my bag that I can use to survive. Clues for the correct action. Clues for the correct action are hidden within the stories, item details, spirit file, and other bits of collected information. Incorrect action choices can also give you some insight and help narrow down your options. Think carefully, unravel the truth, and choose the correct action. I'm guessing handkerchief, rub down the mirror. Or, like, It's like, is there a way you can like add a character to the Uzai for annoying and be like, oh no, you're actually Sugoi. You are great. All good. Okay. Menu. Item. Just double checking on the handkerchief because we haven't looked at that yet in our inventory. Dirty handkerchief. A handkerchief stained with what appears to be red ink. A bit damp and gives off an irritating odor. The initials NH are embroidered on it. Wait a minute. NH. Character file. Oh, okay. So it's not Himiko because that's HD or DH. I mean, if it's irritating odor, I'm guessing that might rub stuff off, but if it wasn't working on the wall, I don't know if it would work here. Well, okay, what can I do to clear up this misunderstanding? Well, in hindsight, don't take out the red marker. That's like, did I write the thing on the wall? Oh, the red marker. She just immediately would probably kill me. So, I'm gonna say dirty handkerchief. And put in front of the hose, wipe off graffiti, inspect handkerchief. This last one seems very... I wonder, actually, can I go back? Okay. What options the red marker does it have? Hand out the marker, write Sanskrit, or inspect the marker. Alright, no. And the poster options are... Read carefully, read aloud, fold a paper crane. Well... Okay. I'm going to guess... Dirty handkerchief, wipe off graffiti. 85% chance happening. Cost 2 spirit points. Inspect might be the proper action, but like, I mean, I'm gonna try wiping off because that might at least show the ghost. Like, no, I'm trying to be on your side. Deciding action. Yep. Let's try to wipe. I pull the dirty handkerchief from my bag and extend my hand toward the mirror. Rolling the dice. Yay! Success! I might be able to clear up the misunderstanding by wiping off the writing with the handkerchief. I stretch the handkerchief towards the mirror. Then, I wipe off the word annoying. The hose binding my shoulders loosened slightly. Did that clear up the misunderstanding? I might have managed to convince her that I'm not a bad person by erasing those awful words. Looks like this is the right choice. Assuming that's not tutorial only, I kind of like that they tell me, like, you did good. You will not die tonight. I feel like I can move my arm a bit more now. Not bully? What did she mean by not bully? Was this girl bullied in the past? Who? I don't know. Who am I? Did she just say, who am I? Who? Ah! The girl screams out loud. Okay, 4 damage. The hose cinches tight around my body. Shit. What do I do now? Act 2. I'm guessing the notice and tell her name from the notice. The girl seems pissed because she doesn't know who she is. Guess I need to tell her that next. Okay, poster in the music room. It's either read carefully or show the poster. I feel read is probably better than show, but I think both have the same... the worry I have is that, like, the notice has her name in it, but it's also, you're being replaced. So, like, might anger her, but I'm gonna roll the dice and say that she gets her name from it. So, alright, read carefully.
やってみるか。
I bring the poster close to my face and carefully try to read it. 95% chance, come on. Success! I read the poster thoroughly. The names of 2 pianists are written on it. This is intriguing. The graffiti on the restroom wall is specifically slandering a pianist. My gut tells me the one being bullied is a pianist. And the late Izumi was a male pianist. That means 4 damage from the hoses. She just wants to know who she is. I have to let her know somehow. Looks like this isn't the right choice. The girl seems pissed because she doesn't know who she is. If I can put together the information we've obtained so far, along with the graffiti on the restroom wall, I should be able to identify her. Alright. Poster. Alright, so I guess show the poster. Okay.
よし。
81% chance of success. Yep, 2 names written on the poster. One of them is probably the girl. I try to hold up the poster with one arm, attempting to show it to the girl. 81% chance. Success. I hold the poster toward her so she can see the names. However, she doesn't respond at all. She probably can't see the small print at this distance. Uh-oh. Looks like this isn't the right choice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The girl seems pissed because she doesn't know who she is. Okay. Oh, I wonder... I don't know if the initials would be the right one. Oh! Okay. So use the marker, write Hanako Akai on the mirror. Yes.
これでどう
I
だ。
hope it's not too late, that I'm not gonna guarantee death. I stretch my hand toward the mirror and try to write Hanako Akai with a red marker. 85% chance of success. Success! I exert maximum effort and somehow manage to get the marker close to the mirror. I begin writing. Hanako Akai. This is the name of the female pianist written on the poster. Dorio said she is Hanako of the toilet. So she was probably referring to the classic urban legend of Hanako the toilet, and not this school's Hanako. The girl who was bullied might be Hanako Akai. Hanako Akai. My name. The hose binding me finally loosens. I assume she remembers her name now. You are different. The girl then disappears into the darkness. Makes me wonder if Hanako of the toilet forgives me now that she's pulled herself together. Looks like this is the right choice. Survived! Yay! What the heck? Once Hanako's presence is gone, the restroom changes completely. There's no trace of the hoses nor the blood, as if nothing foul ever happened here. Wait, no way. Izumi's corpse is no longer in the stall. No one is inside. Even the hoses and the water are gone, the same as what happened with Dorio. It's as if everything was only a nightmare. And that means we've lost any evidence of this incident. The only thing remaining is the fact that a student named Toshihiko Izumi has disappeared. The cops will probably just treat him as one of the thousands of missing people. Exactly as they did with the student mentioned in the first notice. In this case, cops will be useless. What should I do? I better go back to the infirmary first. The headmaster may have returned there. After talking with him, we can decide what we should do next. Hanako's origin has been added to the spirit file. Hanako's origin. We found Izumi's mangled corpse in the girl's restroom. He had been brutally murdered. Right after that, we encountered a female spirit with murderous intent. Due to her resemblance to Hanako the toilet, we thought she was the spirit from the notice. After we survived her attack, we learned her name was Hanako Akai. It seems Hanako was bullied in the past. Maybe the real reason she became a spirit was tied to the bullying. Izumi's death may point to that. Unfortunately, his corpse has disappeared without a trace. It seems like I've got some fear-filled days ahead of me. Shucks. Returning to the infirmary. Pressing L will quickly return you to the infirmary. Oh, that's nice. Note that there will be times in the game when you can't do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I assume just the same as before. Yep, empty. And the words are gone from... Nope. No, but it's replaced by Hanako.
ここ
I wrote the word Akai on the mirror. Okay. Back to the infirmary. Which I believe this is a successful Act 1 solved? Chapter 1? The headmaster is indeed in the infirmary. He's talking with Dorio. I should tell him what happened. Alright, save. Talk. You're back, Yashiki. Sorry about earlier. I was so shocked I ran away before I knew what was happening. Right. Ah, yes. Dorio's woken up. I told her about you and how you saved her life. Come on, Dorio. Thank the gentleman. Thank you, Mr. Yashiki. Feeling better now? Yeah, more or less. How about Izumi? Oh, well... Looks like the headmaster hasn't broken the news to her. He's probably concerned about her mental state. There's something I want to ask her, though. We can't hide it forever. Alright. Let me tell you all the things I've gone through tonight. And that's it. It must be hard to swallow, I know. But you're gonna have to believe me. It can't be. Izumi's been murdered? Dorio sinks into silence after that. It's incredible that you survived encounters like this against vicious spirits before, Yashiki. I hope you'll forgive me, but I found you to be quite dubious before. But I guess I made the right choice by asking for your help. You saved us. He looks at me, a faint, tired smile settling on his lips. Izumi's been killed, just as the notice said. Dorio murmurs quietly. If you get too curious about the departed's true identity, you'll be targeted and killed by them. That rumor seems to be true, after all. Her voice trembles slightly. Is she shocked by the death of her friend, or is she scared of the departed? Seeing her tremble, I try to reassure her, ask her some questions, remain silent. I want to ask her some questions, but... I mean, I feel like reassuring her is... Blind reassurance can sometimes make someone worry more, though. Remaining silent doesn't seem like the best option no matter what. I'll try asking her some questions. I know you're not in a good state right now, but there's something I need to ask you. Do you mind? Excuse me. A young girl enters the room all of a sudden. Her hair is dyed white, which begs the question. Does the school really have lax guidelines on appearance?
見つけた。
There you are, Hime. I've been looking for you. Did you find Izumi? What's wrong, Hime? Who are you? Michiho Kinukawa, the student council's vice pres and Hime's friend. Both of you should go home. It's really late already. We'll do something about Izumi. Understood. Let's go home, Michiho. Kai. I guess that's it for tonight. The headmaster and Dorio probably don't want to tell Michiho about what happened to Izumi. Let me drive you home. I wouldn't be able to look your parents in the eye if something were to happen to you. There's no need for that. We both live in the dorm. It's only a minute away from here. Oh, no, we broke curfew though. The dorm manager is going to scold us real bad. I'll let them know then. Be careful on your way home. We'll be going then. I should have probably tried to comfort her, but oh well. Dorio bids us farewell and leaves with Michiho. You must be tired too, Yashiki. Go home. I'll call you again later to talk about the case. Mr. Konoe. I want some time alone now. Please, go home. The character, Michiho Kunikawa, has been added to the character file. Whoa! Guess I'll head back. My car is parked in the lot near the main gate. The moment I exit the special building, the door locks behind me. I walk toward the shoe lockers, figuring I can leave that way. Oh boy, this doesn't seem good. This is... we are just... like... this is... The Departed is probably not going to, let us leave that easily. Since we foiled... its plan. Well, plan for tonight. I guess still nothing out of the ordinary. I'm just like, why are they letting me do this walk? I mean, beyond my immense suspicion that the Departed's gonna ghostify me here. Just then, I spot a piece of paper on the floor. It wasn't here earlier. A short sentence in red letters is written on it. Dear visitor, I'll be waiting for you in the corridor. Yours truly, The Departed. I knew it! This is... By visitor, do they mean me? Are they? They said to be waiting for me in the connecting corridor. I may be able to get closer to learning The Departed's true identity if I go. Except, that's no different than running into the jaws of death. I can still turn my back on my fears and run away. All I have to do is go outside through the exit by the shoe lockers. So the question is, should I face my fear, or should I avoid it? In that case... I mean... I don't think it's going to be as easy as walking away. I mean, I still think it's going to be pretty dangerous approaching the Departed, but I think if you try to leave, Departed's just going to be like, oh no you don't! So let's go confront this spirit. Odds are the spirit's just going to throw us into a death game. That's what spirits do. Like, the fact that this spirit has sent death notices to each of their victims, they like to play with their food. Where's this bell sound coming from? Ugh, my head. A strange figure is standing in the darkness. A lanky, slender body with an unnaturally big head. No way. That's The Departed. I don't think it is. Is this their laughter I hear right now? They've set their sights on me. Are they laughing? I can feel the warmth of my body slowly leaving just from them staring at me. If this keeps up, I'm in serious danger. I've got to escape right here, right now. But I can't. I'm petrified. My legs won't even tremble. The departed vanishes suddenly. Did I make it? Oh, don't say that. No, they're behind me. On this wonderful day, let us exchange vows with one another. A faint, crackling voice echoes in my mind. I swear to always stay by your side forever and ever. What are you saying? Say, my dear. Can I bite you? Chapter 1, The Departed. End. The Departed does not look how I imagined them to look. But I wonder if that's like a Phase 1 form or something. I mean, we know that they have an identity that they use to blend in with people, so there's going to be a suspense angle here. So, I guess it'll be a new chapter. I'm going to save on Chapter 2. I mean, the first slot for Chapter 2. Chapter 1 end. And, yeah, I think I will call it here for today. It's a good stopping point. That is assuming I don't basically, like, hit it and there's more Chapter 1, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So, besides, I'm just going to load up basically this save right here next time. In fact, I'm going to make all saves it for right now. Look at that. Boom. So, yeah. Alright. We'll call it here basically for today. And until next time for Spooky Act 2, I wish everyone a great spooky season, or if you're watching this after the fact, because I uploaded it late, because that's a high probability of happening, due to just being busy, then, have a good normal day, evening, morning, evening, twilight, late at night, whatever. Alright, until next time, everybody, see ya!